Another wasted year by this team that loves to choke in the playoffs. And you want to talk about a choke job, halftime is already 35-7. We're not making no miraculous comeback. Congratulations, Patriots fans. Congratulations, Kiss the Ring, I think that's your name. You guys demolished us. I saw a couple of bad plays by calls from the ref, but bad calls enough, and that's what the refs do with us. You guys are clearly going to beat us. Our team did not come to play. They don't want to play. They're not playing. If anyone's watching this game, clearly the Chargers are not trying to play. They're not trying to win. I don't know what's going on with this team, but they are not trying to win. Defense is not playing at all. I'm watching bits and bits of the game. They're not playing. They're making humongous mistakes. Offense is not trying. After that first drive, they got the touchdown. They done. I don't know what the fuck's up with this game, but they don't want them to win. They don't want to win, period. So, congratulations, Patriots fans. Again, Pistol 213 invited me back in 2013 to join the TTC, so I started making videos. Every year I say the same thing about this team. Chargers have never cared about the fans. Signing autographs because you're making money doesn't mean you care about the fans. Going out and doing charity work because your team or your owner tells you have to doesn't care about the fans. The team doesn't care about the fans. Never has, never will. The owner is the big exception. No team cares about the fans. They care about money. Very few players actually care about the fans. This team has not done anything really to show that they care about us. When you constantly lose games that you're supposed to win, and I know every team does that, but this team does this way too much. We have gone through this so many times. How many times have we lost in the divisional playoffs the last 10 years? 2006, 2008, 2009, 2013, now this year. Or 2014. Now this year. 2017 is the only exception. We lost in AFC Championship game against the Patriots during Spygate. You know, the one game they didn't cheat was when they lost the Super Bowl. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about this year. Congratulations, Patriots fans. You guys earned it. Now, since this season's over, and they're probably going to rest their starters by mid-third quarter, because let's face it, the Chargers have not tried at all to even do anything this game. And I don't know what's up with that. Fire Lynn. I did not like him. Look at my earlier videos right off the bat. I don't like the dude. I didn't like him at all. I thought he was mediocre. There was nothing special about him. There was nothing special about him building his team. I said throughout my videos too, look it up, we've had sloppy wins. I don't like sloppy wins. Sloppy wins turn out like this game. We're not going to win against a good team. Kansas City stopped playing. That's why we beat them. The Seahawks was the only good team we actually beat, straight up. The only team this year that was a good team that we beat. Ravens, I don't know what happened with the Ravens. I think that was a lucky game. But the Kansas City stopped playing. We came back. We beat them. Eventually, we're going to beat them like Chief Urag said. Eventually, we're going to beat them. I mean, we beat the Raiders 13 games. Eventually, they were going to beat us. Streaks end. Except for us beating the Patriots, Tom Brady. That streak's never going to end because Tom Brady's going to retire within the next year or two. And we're probably never going to beat them with Phillip Rivers. So get rid of Lynn. He was a waste of a coach. I didn't like him. I want a defensive coach because guess what? Defense wins games. We're not winning games that matter. If we would have won one more game, you know, the game that we should have beat the Broncos, we would have had the #1 seed. We clearly would have beaten the Colts. We would be in the AFC Championship game. This is what happens when you do bad calls. 2, get rid of Ken. Bad coach, bad play calls the last 2 years, a waste of a space. 3, Gates needs to go now. I love Gates, greatest tight end ever. He's talking about playing again next year. He's a waste of a space, waste of a money. We need a new, we need to go. We got Hunter Henry. Phillip Rivers, when his contract is up, we don't need to resign him. He needs to go. We're never going to win a Super Bowl with him straight up. Everybody's been telling us for years we're not going to win a Super Bowl with Phillip Rivers. We're never going to win a Super Bowl. He's always 50-50. We don't know which Phillip Rivers is going to show up, a good one or a bad one. Half the year, he was a good quarterback. He was being conservative with the ball, doing good. Second half, under 200 yards for half these games. 15 interceptions in the second half, something like that. Barely any touchdowns. Some games, no touchdowns. He was being shit the second half of the season. And look at him this half. Ain't shit. Overthrowing the ball, underthrowing the ball. I mean, I know it's not all his fault, but a lot of it is. You're either going to win with Phillip Rivers or you're going to lose with Phillip Rivers. And we've been losing with Phillip Rivers. And look how great the caliber was we had with this team in 2006 with Phillip Rivers. Didn't win. 2007 with Phillip Rivers. Didn't win. 2008 with Phillip Rivers. Didn't win. 2009 with Phillip Rivers. Didn't win. 2010. And we had the #1 offense and defense with Phillip Rivers. Didn't win. The key answer is Phillip Rivers. Like the dude, great quarterback, also bad quarterback. We need to draft a new quarterback. It's time. And what's his face? Hayward? He's got to go. He's fucking pissing me off, dude. Hayward's got to go. Waste of his space. We need to overhaul our offensive line. They're trash. We need to beef up our defensive line. And as you can see, they're trash. You're going to tell me you're going to show up throughout the year and then all of a sudden when you play the Patriots, you don't know what they're doing? Nah. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. I'll make another video either tonight or tomorrow when I get home. But this game's pissing me off. I'm not going to even keep an eye on the score anymore. I'll check out the score when I get home. We already lost. They're going to rest the second half. Even if the Chargers decide to score another touchdown, the score doesn't really matter. They fucking choked. It's already over. They disappointed us. They do what they always do. They win a wild card game. Who gives a fuck about the wild card game? 12-4, 11-5, 13-3, 14-2. All in the end is we won a bunch of divisional titles, and then we can't even do that no more. We haven't won a divisional title in 10 years. And now it seems like for all of my sports, my year's already over. Angels haven't done nothing this year for any good picks. They ain't going to playoffs this year. Ducks, this season's already over for them. I don't see the Chargers doing shit this year either. All the things I want, I don't believe see anything's probably going to happen this year. We might get a player or two, but we're going to probably keep most of these coaches and most of these players, and we're probably going to be a mediocre team again next year. Have everybody laugh at us, saying, hey, when it counts, you guys are going to choke. We need a new quarterback. We need someone like Mahomes, straight up. And then we need a new running back. One of these running backs got to go. I like Eckler. I like Gordon. Jackson, if he ends up being good, let him replace one of them too. Gordon's been getting hurt too much. He's never going to be the LT that we want. But anyway, this video is getting too long, and I'm getting way too pissed off, and I got a long day of work to go. So, ready to ruin my rest of my year, Chargers. Ready to not show up. Gates, please retire. Please retire. Don't jump to another team because of your ego. You suck now. Seriously. What are you going to do with one touchdown next year? Get 110 yards? What are you going to do next year? Time to focus on the future. You're done. Retire with grace. Retire with your head up high. You're not going to get a Super Bowl with this team. We're not going to get a Super Bowl with this ownership. We're not going to get a Super Bowl with these half-ass coaches. We need to get rid of them. Get a good defense head coach. We're going to win with the defensive head coach. We're not going to win with these offensive head coaches. North Turner was trash. Mike McCoy was trash. I really wish we would have kept Ron Rivera, made him head coach. I guarantee you we would have made at least 1 or 2 Super Bowl appearances. May not have won, maybe we would have, but we would have made 1 or 2 Super Bowl appearances. It was a shame to let him go and go to the Panthers.